Alright guys, so I have the bottom pieces placed correctly, I believe, where they need to be. You'll notice I have these 1/4 inch wooden dowels spaced periodically. The tape is really just there to hold them in place. I'll probably end up removing the tape later on. But I'm pretty happy so far. You know, my measurements were pretty good. You know, I intended to leave this kind of bumper on the end, so if you walk by, it would hit the wood and not the aquarium. I really didn't mean to leave quite this much. This side has about an inch more than it, and I know why. It has to do with the way this end lines up, and it has to do with the way the lengths shake out, but it's not a problem. Yeah, I'm okay with that. This end has a bumper as well. This wooden bumper here. This is actually more what I had in mind. You know, it's about 2 inches worth of space between the edge of the stand and the tank. Because the problem is people come around this corner, I have kids and stuff, teenagers, and I do not, if they hit the side of the stand, I'm okay with that. I don't want them hitting the side of the aquarium, so I feel like this gives me a little bit of a bumper, you know, it gives me a little bit of buffer. So the pieces are laid out. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but the space that the side panels have to sit on the stand is really small. Now, I planned it this way, but man, I'm looking at it now, and you know, you can see that the side of the aquarium is very much going to pretty much, it will be nearly flush with the front of the stand. That'll look good if it, you know, assuming it works. I think it'll be fine. You know, it's gonna be, it's really gonna be close. Precision. I spent 6 months working this out, and it is. I am happy to see that it's working. You know, it's coming together the way that I envisioned it, with the exception of a couple of small things here or there, but it's pretty good. So that's the stand and the bottom panels in place. Next, I am going to put the sides up on the 54-inch segment. I'm going to let it cure and dry, and then I'm going to do the 72-inch segment after the 54-inch piece is complete. So I'm going to have this completely in place and done and pretty much dry, and then I think I'm going to do the other side, because it's much bigger, much more difficult. This one's smaller. By the way, the sump's going to go right there. The sump will sit below the 54-inch segment. The seam is right here. The seam is I am going to leave a little, about a millimeter gap. I certainly don't want the glass touching, but I don't want it far enough apart that, I don't know, this is where my inexperience comes into play. I feel like the glass absolutely does not need to be touching, but it needs to be close enough that I can fill this with silicone such that it'll be strong and there'll be no chance of leakage. But I'm absolutely going to just lay on the silicone here. I mean, I can just pile it up and it won't matter, because that's going to be on the bottom of the tank. No one will see it, and I think it's going to be okay. This seam right here has been one of my biggest concerns. You know, how this plays out. See, there's wood under it, so I can just absolutely fill this with silicone, and I mean, let the silicone pretty much just ooze out underneath the wood, and it will be a solid seal on the bottom. Now the sides coming up, where this panel and this panel meet, this seam right here is going to be problematic. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. All right. Another update later once I have the panels up.